do you agree that there is a lack of awareness and the society is doing very little to come together and really educate ourselves as to what really needs to be done in terms of inbuilt fire defending and fire dowsing mechanisms? Mr. Pandey, do you agree or disagree? Mr. Pandey?
I think citizens are aware,
But
nobody is taking care of those complaints which we are filing.
okay. Dr. Krishna, see, there's another resident just like yourself. He's saying all the complaints are falling on deaf ears. Now, you've made credible points. I think all the three panelists have made real credible points. So, if this really is a game of passing the buck, how do we really fix those key gaping loopholes?
See, I think a lot of awareness is required, and citizens have to realize that the way cities are expanding, government will not be able to provide, what was being provided earlier in that proportion. It is not possible. So many things are being handed over to residents to manage, and rules are there to be followed. Now, for example, let us take the case of lift. Some 50 years before, when lifts were rarity, in every lift there used to be an operator, if you recall.
Yeah.
Now it is not possible, and lift used to be inspected regularly. There are thousands and thousands of lifts in every city, and no department of lift operation or
But Dr.
electrical.
Krishna, I mean, I'm unable to digest this. There's a lump in my throat when I digest this particular fact that we just don't have enough people, or we just can't expect. Yeah,
No,
it's a little uneasy to
I'll tell you,
accept
sir.
that argument as a credible viewpoint.
No, I will tell you, sir. The requirements rules say that you have to certify through, there are certified people who have to do that. They have to inspect, you have to get it inspected, and the department also, I'm not absolving the department of all the responsibility. It is not the case. The case is that, for example, I'll tell you, in the residential apartment high rises, people are trying to live the way they were living in a single story building. For example, they want to do havan in a multi-story building. Can you believe it? But it is happening. They want to light diya every day in the evening after doing puja in a multi-story building. It is happening. People want to use LPG cylinder and not, see, in our complex, when we brought the PNG pipeline, many were resisting. They said, I am comfortable with my, in the lift, it is impossible, impermissible to take the cylinder, but they are doing it, violating that. Now you want policemen to come and check them. And there are many other things, heavy woodwork. Now, heavy woodwork is different. In a multi-story building, you do heavy woodwork, then if fire happens, then it will like an inferno, it will happen like that. From one plug point, light point, multiple appliances people are dragging. So it is like, we have to change our mindset from village life, small town life to a multi-story building. Somewhere, some change in, I'm not at all saying that departments are complete. Fire department.
There are massive safety violations as well, Dr. Krishna, because, very recently we had the Malviya Nagar hotel fire, 21 lives were lost. And look at the big list of safety violations that came through. I mean, if that's not culpable or does not amount to murder, then what does?
I will, if you permit me, sir, one more thing I will say.
Yep.
That a new wave has started with the good intention of ease of doing business. Now all inspections are being diluted. It is a general phenomenon. You see this case of when you mentioned about Malviya Nagar fire, the bread and breakfast scheme of Delhi government, which was launched first in 2007, and in that it was said that the permission shall be given within 3 months. After some years, they made it 1 month. In the draft policy notified in May last month, which I think has been withdrawn or what I hear, they have said in 7 days permission shall be granted. Now you tell me which department is set of department, fire department, water department, electricity department, road department, so on and so forth. How can inspection happen within 7 days? It's in 7. So what is happening is, in the name of ease of doing business, we are giving a go by to proper inspections, and if the officers are not able to give approval, they are hauled up.
Yeah.
That you are lazy and you are unfriendly to industrial development and so on and so forth. So I think we have to sit carefully and sit together and examine what is our priority. Is life having a meaning, or is getting final fast approval and fast everything?
You're absolutely right. Dilution of these inspections is, dilution is one thing, but it surmounts to criminal negligence. That's what it actually is. 7 days. how can an inspection really take place? But coming back to the safety violations, because we've spoken about the high-rise trap in the suburbs, specifically in Noida, and I think the summarized area is that the society needs to come together. We need to upskill ourselves, really create that awareness. At the same point in time, there needs to be more enforcement by the fire department as well. But the inbuilt fire defending mechanisms needs to be prioritized in these high rises. That's number one. When we come to safety violations, Mr. Sharma, what's your viewpoint? I need to know what's your understanding of what transpired in Malviya Nagar, in that hotel fire, in the fire that took place in one of those basement restaurants, safety violations that, have now claimed 21 lives. And in that highly congested area, it took so long for the fire truck to even get there. Now, there's one thing that there's a lot of people and traffic, but there's another thing that the response of the fire team allegedly has been really slow.
See, this is always there and it will continue to be there because the fire brigade starts from the fire station once they get an information. And then their travel time, the traffic on the road, everything adds to the delay or whatever is there. So even if they are best, if they are fast enough and they are ready and they don't take any waste any time and all that, even then 5 to 7 minutes is very much possible. Because 5-7 minutes, if there is a fire is burning and people are trapped over there, you can understand what they will be thinking, what will be going on their mind. So when it is life safety, it is the built-in facility, and especially we are not paying attention. We are talking about fire and fire safety. We are not talking about the smoke ventilation facility in a combined building, in a group housing society, so, or any other building, even in residential houses. Even the low-rise buildings also we had fire, we had people who had died. The coaching centers, we had these incidents. Why? The fire happened at ground level or basement. AMRI hospital happened in the basement. People died on the upper floors. Why? Because smoke traveled to the upper floors.
Yeah.
Reason was we didn't have the proper compartmentation and smoke management was not in place. So if you had those things, probably nobody would have died. Even Upar incident, I was heading that fire. And I see that people died because they could not open a window. It was a centrally air-conditioned building. There was a glass, window, large glass, which was, they could not break open. And to save the energy and all that, they keep everything sealed. So now there was no attention paid to the smoke venting if there is a fire. So this part is not at all being considered by the architects. And this is this is one of the things, probably ventilation and smoke is for health reasons, not for the fire safety and in case of fire. So if that is done, then only we can save the lives. Otherwise, it is difficult to save the lives. Smoke will travel. People cannot escape. They will die because of suffocation, not by fire.
Yeah, carbon monoxide
So we
inhalation.
have to take care of this.
Those are all credible points here. Mr. Pandey, you wanted to come in. I saw you raise your finger. You want to make a point?
Yes, we are blaming residents. But what, let me take about two parts. First, disasters are bound to happen. Fire will be there. We can try to minimize that, but it will happen. But the mechanism which is going to stop it or contain this. First, compliance when building is being made, and second, audit. What is the responsibility of officers? They have to audit and make sure that it is there in place. But what they are doing is it paperwork.
Yeah.
They are putting in paper and slipping. In my society, it happened way back. Even from 5-6 years, there is no fire in OC. But they are slipping despite reminders. There is no fire fighting path, fire marking path. In case of smoke, how we are supposed to escape. There is no public announcement system. How we are supposed to know at 21st floor that fire is at 10th floor, just escape, try to escape.
Yeah.
Nothing is there, and then they are slipping on papers. They are trying to issue NOC from their AC chambers, and they are blaming residents for awareness. We are making so many complaints, and still they are not awake. They will wake up only when an incident happens, and then there will be blame shift on each other. Residents are complaining, and officers are not taking note of that. Please check. We invite all of you to visit my society and see where is the gap. And not only my society, there are so many societies like this. I can take you all on tour on one day. Fix it.